It's raining, it's pouring. More sad news in London. That was not a good rhyme. But let's get this show started, ladies and gentlemen. Arsenal today. Oh man. We got some bad news, we got some good news, and we got some not so whatever news. But before we go any further, please do hit that like button. Please do hit that subscribe button. And let's get this show started. First things first, we got to talk about William Saliba. In case you guys don't know, William Saliba is going to miss Arsenal's next game. The final game of the season, William Saliba is going to miss that game. William Saliba is going to miss the trip to Southampton on Sunday. He has a hamstring injury and will be out for a few weeks. Jurriën Timber also had ankle surgery yesterday and will miss the rest of the season also. So that's two players out for the rest of the season. It's unfortunate. We've now had our two starting center backs out. We've had all our fullbacks injured at some point. We've had Declan Rice, what do you call it, Moreno. Every single player in the team missed time due to injury except for two players. If you can guess those two players, let me know in the comment section because every single Arsenal starting player has gotten injured at this season at some point besides two players. Even the Jorginhos and the guys like Sterling who barely play even got injured at certain points. There's only two players who are available for the entirety of the season. Let me know if you know who those two players are in the comment section right now. But before we go any further, we also got to talk about some of the stuff. Benjamin Sesko, Joan García, and Bryan Mbeumo seem to be transfer targets. Now, before we go any further, I just want to show you guys something on Bryan Mbeumo. We have been linked to Bryan Mbeumo a couple times now. Arsenal have been linked to him. Arsenal have also been linked to Joan García and Sesko. So the situation is very straightforward. Let me show you. Told Arsenal are targeting currently are undervalued significantly based on their potential. Joao Garcia is one of them. Benjamin Sesko is the other one. And Bryan Mbeumo is another target of ours at this moment in time. These are three players that we're currently being linked to. These are the three players we're currently speaking about profile wise. So Sesko, Joao Garcia, and Bryan Mbeumo. But what I don't understand about this whole situation with the Sesko and the Bryan Mbeumo and everything else, Joao Garcia is being linked to Man City and Barcelona. Surely he would want to go there where there's a clear path to the starting job over there. Then you have Bryan Mbeumo. I would definitely think Bryan Mbeumo would rather join Arsenal over Manchester United. And Sesko, I just think Viktor Yakarez is a better option than Sesko. I don't know. I don't know about you guys, but yeah. Uh, let's get into the next one. The next thing we need to talk about is pretty straightforward. We need to talk about Viktor Gyokeres. The name Viktor Gyokeres has been a discussion and conversation internally at Arsenal, but our understanding is that he is not the first choice for the club. The door never truly be shut, but it seems to be the desire for a different set of skills. Interesting. So even though we've been linked to Viktor Gyokeres numerous times, this is what's currently being reported at this moment in time. And also, there's just so much stuff about Manchester United potentially coming in for him that I seen yesterday. Let me just go pull that up. Where is it? Sorry, I can't even find it now. Yeah, but there's some stuff about that. Let's go to Eduardo Hagen. Eduardo Hagen definitely has that. Here it is. So if I just go down a little bit, y'all definitely see the Manchester United post right about after 100 posts of Yakarez. I'll definitely see the Man United post somewhere. Where is it? Sorry, people. I'm literally trying to find this post. It's almost there. Is that it? No, that's Kevin De Bruyne. There's so many posts. Okay, here it is. Here's the Man United post. So yeah, Manchester United are are accelerating talks with Viktor Gyökeres after they get the signing of Matheus Cunha done. Of course, Manchester United would need to have Champions League football to try to attract Viktor Gyökeres, but even without it, they're trying to accelerate talks to get Viktor Gyökeres to Manchester United. Now, if Viktor Gyökeres is not our first choice and he could potentially end up at Manchester United, very interesting, very interesting. Someone close to Coventry said it speaks with Manchester. You know what? It makes sense. Viktor Gyökeres going to Manchester United makes sense, but I would rather have Viktor Gyökeres than Sesko. But at this moment in time, it seems like Sesko's destined to leave his club also, and that could be a possibility for Arsenal. Now, with all that being said, I hope we do get Viktor Gyökeres, but I would be kind of gutted if he ends up at Manchester United, and I do hope we end up getting him. But all the rumors yesterday flying about this right here really intrigued me. The rumors were that Nico Williams is going to end up at Real Madrid, and Rodrygo will be leaving Real Madrid and could end up at Arsenal, to the point where all the rumors flying about Rodrygo, Sesko, and Saka being our front three potentially next season, to the point where I will go through everything right now. Apparently, Xabi Alonso told insiders he will be leaving Bayer Leverkusen, okay, for Real Madrid, and the German club are strong position to sign Joan García. You know, this Garcia situation is very interesting because not only do you have Manchester City, Chelsea, Barcelona, and Newcastle all are after him now. Arsenal believe Garcia is no longer seen as a number 2 goalkeeper. Yeah, he is now clearly a number 1 option for all these other clubs. So I don't think he's going to be joining Arsenal anymore. So we can kind of forget about that one. That one is pretty much gone down the drain. Jorginho's already left. He's going to be joining the Brazilian team for the Club World Cup. So Arsenal know his contract expires in June. We let him leave early so he can get himself sorted with that club. Of course, there's some young academy Real Madrid player that we're after. We've already spoke about that. Arsenal, of course, are reportedly interested in Joao Pedro, but 60 million I think is a little bit too much money for me for Joao Pedro. Kevin De Bruyne is considering joining Napoli or the MLS at this moment in time. I think if I'm Kevin De Bruyne, I go to Serie A and I join Napoli. And then a big report out of Germany, this gentleman who's also broken so many stories in the past reported earlier today that understood that Arsenal are now serious contenders considering a transfer for Rodrygo. Talks have begun behind the scenes, and the 24-year-old is a potential departure candidate at Real Madrid. It is difficult, but Arsenal are currently exploring all options for possible transfer deal on. So we're going to see what happens with Rodrygo. This could be a very, very busy summer transfer window. Long story short, we don't know what's going to happen. One thing we do know, we're going to be getting a left winger, we're going to be getting a striker, and we're going to probably have to get more in through the door. Which winger would you rather have, Nico Williams or Rodrygo? Which striker would you rather have, Viktor Gyökeres or Sesko? Let me know in the comments. These are the questions we have to ask ourselves. And yeah, that's pretty much it for today's show. I'll catch you guys in the next one. And in case you're wondering, it was raining outside. That's why my shoulders are all wet. But yeah, peace out, ladies and gentlemen. Catch you in the next video.